Hello, my name is Elisha Song. Today is October 21st, 2025. I'd like to run a Bible study guided by Ruach HaKodesh. And I'll share a quick prayer before I do it. Yahweh God, I need your help by Ruach HaKodesh so that I can beat the powers of darkness and glorify you. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, amen. When I read Bible, I use this tool called Blue Letter Bible. And when you look at it, there are many different Bible versions. And I used ASV, YLT, and DBY. And recently I used LSB. I used 4 of them. And do you know why? Because those versions you can read God's name, Yahweh. Actually, Yahweh is only in LSB. ASV, YLT, and DBY. You can read God's name, Jehovah. That's English pronunciation. So let me ask ChatGPT. Oh no, before I do that, I have to share the screen. Okay. Tell me all the Bible verses in the Old Testament where God said, my name is Yahweh. You should call upon my name. Yahweh. Exodus. Lord. Give me more. Not Lord, but Yahweh. El Shaddai. Yahweh. Yes. Mm. Yahweh. There. how many times? How many times can you read Yahweh in the Old Testament? 68,028 times, almost 7,000 times. So here, only even KJV, there's no Yahweh. There's just Lord. But LSB, ASB, YRT, and DBY, you can read God's name. But only in LSB you can see Yahweh. In other versions, you read Jehovah. That's English pronunciation. The reason was there are a few different theories, and I go along with this theory that Satan was behind it, so that people cannot see and read God's name. Luckily, in Korea, we have a Korean translation, Jehovah. So when you read Korean translation Bibles, you can read God's name, Jehovah. So I think that's one of the reasons I believe Korea is strongest spiritual powerhouse in the world now. When many countries in Europe they fell, Germany, England, France, Italy, all those advanced developed countries, they were very strong spiritually in the past, but you cannot see churches in those countries. They fell. Maybe that's one of the reasons I believe. Anyway, so let's get started. Today, let's cover it. Like to cover Genesis chapter 1. I'm worn out today, so anyway, I decided to do it. I've been dragging it for quite some time to have another like this. Okay, so Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. 1:2. And the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. So, when you look at the formation of stars, you can see the formless, At the beginning stage of the formation of stars is like this. It's formless and void, and darkness is over the surface of the deep, over the surface of the waters, like that. I mean, there's no water, right? In the beginning of the formation of stars. Anyway, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And this is day one, but this is not about the creation of sun and the moon, because here God created the sun and the moon on the fourth day. Let's see. On the was fourth day, right? And God made two great lights. The great light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and also the stars. That was on the fourth day. And here, God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." So God made the expanse and separated the waters which were below the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it was so. This means there were two waters, the water on the sea and the water on the in the sky. But there were the waters in the sky. They were not clouds. They were waters. So when we go to chapter 2, here, Yahweh, okay, here, chapter 2, verse 6, and here. Now, no shrub of the field was yet in the earth, and no plant of the field had yet grown, for Yahweh God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no man to cultivate the ground. So, actually, when Adam and Eve were created, there was no rain at the time, because in the sky, there were waters in the sky, and there were two different, types of waters: the waters in the sea and waters in the sky. Okay, and I think that's about it. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.